Oh man. Oh man, what has my coach and y'all's pastor, y'all's pastor, he's not just their pastor, he's their anointed one? Really? What has y'all's anointed one? He's not just the anointed, he's the chosen one. What has y'all's chosen one? Y'all man of God. What has he been up to? Oh yeah? So he said that you guys see, you viewers see what he wants you to see, yes? He will not be rushed. He will not be rushed on his content. Is that right? Really now? Okay, interesting. And so as those Ready Tim writers eagerly watch his content at such a snail's pace as he continues to chop up these videos into these 30 or 40 minute segments, yes? As he continues to chop it up and you guys eagerly await, you seem to fall further and further behind. Is that right? Okay. But he'll catch you up as he sees fit. Is that right? Okay. And so now I understand that, well, most of us should understand that these trailers are at least 2 weeks behind. At least 2 weeks behind. And so now that he's been in the reaction channels more and more, now that he's offering just a little bit of truth, now he's claiming that you guys are, by his admissions, you guys are about 2 to 3 weeks behind. Of course, we know that means that you guys are 5 to 6 weeks behind. 5 to 6 weeks behind. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did he actually publish a video about them having a dumpster dropped off at their home site? Is that right? Okay, how long was that video? Really? A full length. So a full length video about having a dumpster dropped off, yes? Or as he called it, a dump. Having a dump dropped off at his dump. Having a dump dropped off at his dump, yes? Okay, and then of course we had to read between the lines and understand that he was talking about having a dumpster dropped off at his dump site. His is still a dump site, okay? Whether he gets a dumpster delivered or whether he gets a dump delivered, he already has a dump, yes? But good gracious, did he have a whole video with regard to that? He did. Really? Okay. All right. And what else has he been? Has he been up to anything else? Oh yeah. So he's been changing. He's been flipping through the seasons, like flipping through the pages on a book, just flipping through those seasons. Yes. That's the only thing that he's doing rapidly is flipping through the seasons. Is that right? Okay. Everything else is at a snail's pace. Okay. Everything else he's been dragging his feet upon, dragging his feet, desperate for content, just dragging his feet. Is that right? Snail's pace. Okay. So now he's been flipping through these seasons. So we do understand that he momentarily flipped into the supposed gardening season when he moved those pigs up from the pigsty / pig pen because it was infested, yes? Because there were health concerns for those pigs. And it's got to be pretty bad to have health concerns for some pigs, yes? It's got to be pretty bad conditions. Pretty deplorable conditions, yes? But we do understand that he shifted into the farming season, really, momentarily. And then I guess he shifted back to the barn season when he was trying to get the shed shack known as Ernest a little bit closer to completion. It's still probably about, I don't know, we'll say 70% complete at this point. And we understand that he shifted from that to going over to a what he called farm fresh meat. He shifted into a season of them hoarding, yes? Okay, because coincidentally, he didn't get any footage of them supposedly giving it away. Okay, now we understand that if he's giving anything away, it may be to his mama Lily. It may be to Mama Lily. And then Mama Lily may be giving it away to some of her brothers or sisters or nieces or nephews, yes? Okay, but when it comes to charity, we know that my coach, he doesn't even extend charity as far as his own family members, yes? Okay, but they were on this, I guess, this farm fresh meat hoarding phase, season, whatever. Okay, And then we understand they shifted from that to the concept, okay, now we want to go back to the vision of providing farm fresh meat to people all over the world or country or state or neighborhood or city or and he quickly changed it. He quickly flipped the season on that. Quickly. No, skip past that. Yes. Okay, and then I guess they briefly moved back into the season of raising farm animals. Briefly into the farm animal season. Briefly. Okay, and then so now what season are they in now? Because he claimed that once they had gotten settled, they were going to go full throttle on this farm fresh meat season, and I guess he shifted the seasons again. And so now they're in the season of fixing up their raggedy old mobile home. Is that right? And I'm just going to guess. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that he's going to claim that God told him. He's going to claim that God gave him the vision to complete that raggedy old sardine can of a single wide. Yes, to fix it up on the exterior. Okay, even though, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, Megan implied that she was the one that was urging Tim to do something other than slapping some paint on it. Yes? Okay, and then they both acknowledged that they were merely trying to compete with the shed. They're trying to compete with the shed named Ernest. And so they said that's the only reason why they decided to fix up the exterior of that raggedy mobile home. Yes? But I'm guessing at some point, my coach and y'all's king is going to claim that God gave him a vision to fix up. God gave him the vision. I'm guessing that's where he's going with this. But all right. Has he been up to anything? Anything else noteworthy? Well, all right. All right. Before I get into my reaction, first of all, I want to recognize you guys that have been active in the comments. Keep that commentary flowing. Keep that dialogue going both ways. Of course, I have to recognize you heavy, and I mean heavy 10 followers. Oh my goodness. You guys are wild. I hear what you guys are saying. I've been hearing what you guys have been saying. You guys have been saying, Captain. Some captain you are. I hear it. Oh, and you guys are like, Captain, you need to get a job. Forget about the fact that our Savior, our pastor, our anointed one, Tim, forget about the fact that he doesn't have a job and has never held a job. Never held a job, yes? Forget about the fact that he has never held a job, yes? But they're saying, Captain, you need to get a job, Captain. Okay? Clearly you need a job, Captain, because you're taking much of your time in order to provide reactions to the videos that our pastor posts. And I'm like, okay, all right. If you think so. I mean, I'm not sure how long you think it takes to actually create a reaction and post a reaction. It does take some time, yes? But when it's a hobby, and you're enjoying it, it's not so tough, yes? Okay? But I hear what you guys have been saying. There's no doubt about it, yes? Okay? You guys be wilding in the comments. And you should know. Okay? As long as you guys keep on wilding, I'm going to keep on digressing. I promise you. I'm going to keep on digressing. Welcome back to the Endgame, where today I'm going to provide my reaction to the recent IAG Farms trailer, where they talk about, I guess they can start the work now, or the final piece of the puzzle is there. Or they can start tearing things apart, something to that effect, okay? These thumbnail titles are starting to run into each other. But I'm going to give my reaction to that video here. Early on in the video, we see the boys outside playing, and Tim talks about the fact that they've been teaching the boys financial literacy in homeschooling. How? Yes, listen. You should start with literacy, yes? Okay, standard, traditional literacy. Start there. Principal Tim, yes? And struggling Megan, okay? Teacher Megan, struggling teacher Megan. Okay, start with regular literacy. Yes. Okay, there are obvious gaps, obvious gaps in their literacy development. Okay, and so I would start with that. Yes, before you claim to be doing some type of financial literacy. Yes, we do know that the financial part requires a certain amount of skill with the mathematics. Okay, and so that's why normally when you're in a traditional school setting, the financial literacy comes after the kids have a foundation in basic math, basic arithmetic, yes, basic adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, etc., etc. All right, and so you're gonna skip right over the literacy, okay, with the boys' glaring deficiencies in literacy. Okay, and the reading and the writing and the articulation, okay, with the glaring weaknesses that they have in standard literacy. You want us to believe that somehow you're skipping over that and you're going straight to financial literacy? And you're talking about teaching the boys. Okay, so now we do understand that you see the boys as a single entity. We do understand that's convenient for you, coach. It's convenient for you to treat the boys as being one child, as being a single being, yes? Okay, but would you have us believe that you're teaching 5-year-old Noah about financial literacy? Does little Noah even know what a quarter is? Does he know what a quarter is? Okay, we have not forgotten the video a few months ago about those boys. I guess they had some quarters or whatnot. They were going to go and get some gumballs or something, and they were struggling with the coins. This was yet a few months ago, yes? So now let's go to the lowest level, because for one reason you think that those boys learn together. They all have the same aptitudes. For some reason you think they all have the same skill level. They have the same comprehension. Okay, so let's go to 5-year-old Noah. Okay, and you also indicated that if you have one 5-year-old, then all of your boys are 5-year-olds. Okay, so now 5-year-old Noah, are you telling me that he understands anything that you could possibly offer as far as financial literacy? Does he even know what a dollar is? Does he know what $5 looks like? Does he know what $20 looks like? When you write those mythical numbers on the board relating to the salary that they supposedly have earned, okay, which they will never see. Does little Noah at 5, does he even understand what you're putting up on the board? Okay. Is he able to catch the errors in the math like the viewers do? But financial literacy for young boys. Tell us more, Coach. Tell us more.
Benjamin, you run to them bases, buddy? You run to them bases? You don't like that? He said, take that thing out my head. Take it out my head.
Are you gonna send it today?
Yeah. How's it coming, Titus? You got the last piece of Velcro?
Yeah.
It looks, yeah, the Velcro. That's what it's called. The stuff that sticks together at the bottom.
Well, Tim, he claims that they receive a small salary. It's on the books. It's not, even though it's not tangible, it's on the books. But he says even though they receive a small salary, he says they do receive a small salary, and with that they have to manage that salary. And I'm like, what type of management is necessary for some numbers on a chalkboard? Some numbers on a chalkboard. What type of management is necessary? Who erases the one number and writes in the new number after they've supposedly accumulated more salary? What kind of management are we talking about? Are we going to use yellow chalk or red chalk today? Which management are we referring to? Yes. And once again, little 5-year-old Noah, he's keeping track of the numbers. Is he the one that's using the chalk stick and writing the numbers on the board? And is he managing the eraser? What role does Noah play in this? Okay, but you say, well, with that small salary, they have to manage it, and they have to decide when they're going to invest, what they're going to save, and what they are going to give. All right, so now, with regard to saving, we do know that by saving, you mean what part of it are they not going to demand from their dad? Okay, all right, what part is their dad going to hold tight to? Yes, What part is he going to hold tight to until he's ready to release it? Okay? For the priorities that he deems to be important. Yes? All right? And then when you talk about investing, what are these boys actually investing in? Okay, considering that the only thing that we've seen my coach invest in is real estate. I'm not sure that we can call these side-by-side, zero turns, or tractors investments. Okay, considering there's no return on the investment. Okay, and cutting grass will be a minimal return. Minimal return, yeah? So what would these little boys be investing in? Okay, all right. I mean, Coach, we do know you're prone to exaggerations. Okay, and now certainly when we talk about the boys learning about designating a certain amount of their salary for giving, what in the world would the boys know about giving? Who has served as a role model for them? Who has modeled the giving process? Who has modeled the act of being charitable? Okay, where have they seen donations, donating to the needy, donating to the less fortunate? Where have they seen that? Okay, and so when we talk about them giving, I guess it sounds good, but for you're ready, Tim, right? I guess it sounds good, I guess, but I mean, come on now. What do you make up? Where do you get these exaggerations from? How do you just think? Is this the innovation that you're referring to, Coach? Just let me see what I can come up with next. Okay. But tell us more, Coach. Tell us more.
It was like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I know, solid now. Looks good. Looks like it can last through tornado. Benjamin, you ready to bet? Need a helmet? Titus is doing the first test throw. Let's go, buddy. Oh. All right, next up.
Tim claims that he's told the boys or modeled for the boys, or I don't know. Maybe they saw it on the internet. But he says, supposedly the boys have learned that after the foundational things are taken care of, then you need to spend responsibly. Okay. And by responsibly, are we referring to zero turns, side-by-sides, augers, useless cattle haulers, trailers, tractors? Where's the responsibility? Okay, they have not. And I know you're big for saying, well, do as I say. Don't do as I do. Okay, because clearly the boys can't do as you have done as far as spending responsibly. I mean, how can you have a $9,000 zero turn, a $20,000 tractor, I don't know what, $5,000 or $6,000 side by side, I don't know, a couple thousand for a cattle hauler, maybe another $1,000 for a trailer, who knows, $1,500 for, who knows? There's no telling how much. How can you claim that you've been spending responsibly around that farm? Okay, but supposedly the boys have been told that they should spend responsibly. And so you claim that they made their first big purchase, and they purchased a baseball kit. And we do understand by purchase, you mean that it was donated to them. We know that it means it was donated, Coach. We already know that, yes? Except for your newest of heavy Tim followers. Except for your newest of heavy Tim followers, the rest of us, we know that it was donated, Coach. All right. We do know that the viewers have been asking or inquiring or complaining or hating, as you like to put it, about those boys not having any proper toys, about the boys not having any athletic gear, okay, boys not having any outlets, any recreational outlets as they grow, as they mature, as they normally would pick up certain athletic interests, yes. And so we do understand that the equipment was donated. If you did pay for it, we do, of course, know it came from the tips, the gifts, the offerings, the donations, the tithes, yes. Okay. But you're claiming that the boys actually, they made this big purchase. But it's great to see them out there playing with actual toys, new equipment. Okay. Like regular boys do, yes? It's good to see, Coach. It's good to see.
Come on. All right, get out of the way. Benjamin, come back here, bud. I survived that. All right, come on, Tim. All right. Honey, there's the tail. Step in the base. Tim the pitcher.
Now, as some of the viewers have implied, with those boys finally getting some new and useful toys, some of the viewers would say that the boys are not going to get anything new, any new toys, without my coach Tim also getting some type of toys. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And so Tim, he offers or shares some footage of, I guess he got some new boots. I don't know if they're work boots or cowboy boots, who knows? And I guess he has another pair of work boots or Timberland boots as well. And so we see that as expected, yes, okay, if there's ever any type of treating of the boys, okay, if there's ever any type of splurging, supposed splurging, assuming that they're not, that the equipment was not donated, if there's ever any splurging, any true splurging, any responsible spending around those boys, then certainly my coach has to buy something for himself also. But all right, Coach, what else do you have for us, Coach? What else?
Why do I keep missing? You like them? Do they fit?
Yes, what I'm talking about.
Do they fit?
Man, I ain't crazy. Yeah, I got my own boots.
You want some boots? Want some boots?
All right, so in Tim's desperation for content in order to fill out this trailer, he takes you guys into the sheep pen. And of course, the first thing that we can't help but notice, okay, even if you don't know anything about taking care of sheep, even if you don't know anything about what a sheep pen should look like, at the lowest level, the first thing that we notice is that the sheep pen is overgrown with weeds. It's overgrown with weeds, yes. Okay. Now we knew it was getting neglected. Okay. We knew that my coach could only handle one task at a time. Okay. And heaven forbid that he should work on some siding in the morning and actually weed whack or do some lawn mowing in the afternoon. That'd be too much. Too much, yes. But it's overgrown, yes. And so Tim, he's walking through and he says, "Hey, what up, sheep?" And you can hear it in the sheep's voice. They're like, "Batch. Batch." We already know. We know what the sheep think of you. We already know, yes. They're just not afraid to speak it, yes. Little Gideon, he doesn't have a choice, yes. Little Gideon, he's not verbal. He can't verbalize his disgust. Okay, those pigs, those infected, disease-ridden hogs, okay, they can't express their displeasure, yes? But for those sheep, okay, around that farm, they are the one animals, the one group of animals that can express it, yeah? And so you ask, when you say, "Hey, what's up, sheep? How you guys doing?" Of course, the sheep are like, "Batch, look at this disappointing son of a."
What's up, sheep? Come on, sheep. Don't run. Don't run, sheep. Come on. Y'all gonna run for me? What's up, sheep?
Now, of course, the older sheep, the ones that have been around the farm longer, they know Tim, yes? So they know his tendencies. They know him. They know him when they see him, yes? But now, as for these new sheep, okay, these lambs, these babies that are, I don't know, they got to be juvenilized by now. They're getting bigger, yes? Of course, they're looking at Tim, and they have trepidation, okay? They're looking at Tim like, who is this dude? Who is this? Mom, who is this, Mom? Okay, we know that you guys refer to him as a disappointing son of a bitch. But who is this dude? Who is he? And should we not turn our backs on him? Should we not turn our backs? Yes? Okay, now, of course, the sheep, they know the boys. The boys are the ones that are out there feeding them, yes? Okay, they know Megan. Megan is the one out there supervising the feeding, the farm chores, yeah? So they know Megan and the boys. But as for Tim, they like, who is this dude? And why is he trespassing? Why is he trespassing in our pen, yes? Okay, we know he's prone to trespass into other people's private space, okay? We know that he's prone to trespass. It's like he trespassed on the Resurrection Ranch or the Woodlands property or in the Resurrection Cabin or out there in the woods, out there at Grandma Lily's property when he trespassed and put up a target on the tree and started doing target practice. Okay, so the sheep know he's prone to trespass. Yes. Okay, but they're like, who is this dude? Why is he trespassing in our pen? Why? And they're like, oh, we see the camera. We see the camera. We know he's not coming anywhere near our pen. Definitely not coming into our pen unless he has a camera in his hand.
Everybody got their breakfast in? The boys fed y'all good? Did y'all see all the little babies that were born this year? Are nice and big and healthy now. And I can't remember how many babies we have. So little sheep, you see you got some little horns growing. Got that black belly look. Which sheep is that? I don't even remember that sheep. What's up, little buddy? Must be a little ram. Little ram lamb. What's up, mister? Everybody's looking good. I'm gonna get out here a little bit later and clip these pastures down because the weeds are trying to take over. Get all these weeds clipped down. I'm not sure what you call these weeds here.
All right, so Tim, he happens across the boys. I guess they're doing their farm chores, and Tim asks, "Are you guys doing your farm chores?" Now we do know that the boys would not be outdoors. They would not be out there if not for the farm chores. Okay, all right. They would be inside of the mobile home eating their breakfast. Okay, or maybe taking a shower, putting on some clean clothing. Yes. Okay, and so there's no other reason for those boys to be out there at that time of day except for farm chores. Okay, and of course my coach knows that, yes? And even you ready Tim Riders, yes? Deep down in your soul, you know that the boys, the only reason they're out there is for chores. And of course my coach knows it, yes? But he asked Junior, he says, "Junior, are you guys doing your farm chores?" And Junior responds, "Almost." Now, we see that I think it was Titus. Titus is carrying a bag. I think it was Titus carrying a bag. One of the younger boys carrying a bag of who knows what, wood chips or what have you. And so when Tim asked, "Are you doing your farm chores?" it would have been reasonable for Junior to infer that he asked, "Are you in the process of doing your farm chores?" So, but little Junior, he responds, "Almost." Okay, so that's a comprehension issue, yes? It's a comprehension issue. We're not going to harp on it because it's a mistake that any young kid, not a grown man, Okay, not even a young man. So it's a mistake that any young kid could make. Okay, comprehension as far as hearing comprehension. And there's his dad saying, "Are you guys doing?" versus him thinking his dad asked if they are done. Okay, but he says almost. We just need some soap. We need some soap to wash our hands. And to that, my coach says, "Good, good, good, good." That's his response. Not, "I'll bring you guys out some soap." Okay, not that I understand that cleanliness around a farm is of utmost importance. Yes, when it comes to transfer of these diseases, when it comes to cross contamination. Okay, so rather than him showing some urgency or him accepting some type of responsibility for making sure that those boys are able to wash their hands, okay, easily, readily, frequently wash their hands, his response to Junior saying we need some soap in order to finish things up, he says, "Good, good," and he travels on. That's my coach for y'all. That's my coach.
He gets super excited. What's up, boys? Y'all done farm chores?
Almost. We need some more soap to wash our hands.
Okay, good, good. Sounds good. Good job, boys.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up? What's up, Rams? How y'all doing? What's up, BJ? How's it going?
Okay, so Tim takes a brief trip when he's done visiting the Rams. He takes a brief trip into the world of nonsense. A brief trip into the nonsense. Yeah. So first he points off to the distance for their poultry pen slash double wide dog kennel. He says, "Well, we visited you guys last time." Okay, as if the viewers are not aware that you filmed these on the same day. Okay, all this video footage was taken on the same day. And he's talking about, "Oh, we visited the chicken, the turkey. We visited them the other day. Today we're gonna go and we're gonna visit the pigs." And I'm like, "Okay, coach, we know this is all filmed in the span of maybe a couple of hours, maybe in the span of an hour on the same day." Okay, coach. So you trying to pretend that that happened on one day, and this here is happening on a totally different day, coach. We're not buying it. Yes? The woeful Tim worshipers, they buy whatever he's selling. Is that right? And then they get upset with the reaction channels and the commenters and the subscribers of the reaction channel. Nonsense. It's all nonsense, yes? Okay, but he says he's going over, he's going to visit the pigs, yes? And he wanders past the tractor. And of course, we see another example of Tim leaving equipment where he finished with it. Okay, so Tim was done with the tractor by the side of the shed, and he just left it there. He just left it. He said, I'm done for the day. I put in my 3 hours of work for today. I'm done for it. I'm gonna set this bucket. I'm gonna set the bucket down, and I'm gonna park this tractor right here, right now. Forget about the fact that I could just move it. I don't know, maybe another 100 feet. I can move it another 100 feet and actually park it on the side. Park it in the carport area of the shed shack named Ernest. Yes, I don't know, a couple 100 feet maybe. I can move this a couple 100 feet and park it properly. Yes. But Tim's like, "No, if I'm done with it, I'm done with it. I'm just parking it here." But also, in order to wrap up his trip down nonsense lane, he wanders over to the pig pen, and he, for some reason, he decides to angle the camera down so we can see his feet. And he's like, "Yes, y'all, I'm proudly going into the pig pen in Crocs." And he's like, "Well, this is the beautiful thing about this setup is that I can go into the pig pen wearing Crocs." Now, bear in mind, there are no work Crocs, yes? He does not own work Crocs, yes? Although he's out there doing various things around the farm wearing the Crocs. Those are the same Crocs that are on his feet when he goes back into his house. Yes? And so, however long he spends in the pig pen this morning, however much poop, dried fecal matter is collected on those Crocs this morning, it's going back in the house with him. And he says it's a beautiful thing. Okay. Show us more, coach. Show us more.
Chickens, we saw y'all last time. We're gonna go over here and look closer at the baby pigs this morning. Barn looking good. Oh, Ernest. Been doing a little bit of work with the tractor. All right. I just want to show y'all I'm going inside of a pig pen with my Crocs on. That's the beautiful thing about this setup that we have. How's it going, mamas? Come in, look at all y'all babies if y'all don't mind. As y'all can see, it's nice and dry in here. What's up, baby pigs? How y'all doing? And they're super gentle as well. You see they're not running from me or anything. What's up, baby pigs? How y'all doing? Hey. Where the rest of the babies at? Y'all over here in the shade? Too hot? Hey. I see y'all got a lot nice and muddy in there. How y'all doing? Catching a little bit of shade?
So after Tim finishes talking to the pigs and talking to the piglets, okay, in the absence of human friends, human colleagues, he's talking to the pigs, and of course he spoke to Ernest on the way by Ernest. But after he finishes talking to them, we're like, good gracious. Now we have to notice the fact that he talked about the ground being so hard in that pig pen. Now this is the same pig pen that was supposedly being prepped for their garden. Okay, and so now if the ground is so hard, super duper hard, as he puts it, what kind of preparation is there going to be? What kind of preparation, Coach? We're just trying to follow along with the storyline, Coach. Are they done prepping the area for the garden, or are you just completely done with that garden vision? But so now he moves on. He talks about the fact that, okay, well, welcome back, my ready riders. Welcome back. If you guys want to climb up on my tractor, you can. It's parked. It's gonna be parked for a few days until I pick it up again. But he's like, welcome back, okay? Where you guys know, welcome back to these sneak peeks, where we try to give you guys peeks or peekaboos or sneakaditties or whatever you want to call them, okay? Of what's been going on the farm. And as you guys know, because I finally admitted, you guys are far behind on the content. You're far behind. And then first he tries to say, well, no, you're not behind. Then he said, well, being behind is not a negative thing. He's like, well, being behind sounds negative, but in our case, being behind is not negative. It's just because we have so much content. It's not because I'm chopping up that content, okay, in order to piecemeal it and give you guys little pieces at a time, yes, in order to stretch out this content, okay? Dropping off a dumpster, removing gutters, is that right? Firing an air gun in a makeshift firing range in the woods. Empty content, empty calories, yes? Okay, but so first he says, well, he says we're not behind. Then he says, well, you are behind, but being behind is not a negative thing. And the reason why we have so much content is because our life is content. Okay, and so the reason why we have so much content is because we don't try to create content. Well, by definition, Coach, yes, by definition. Okay, when you're taping everything and you're chopping it up, you're desperately searching for content. That is creating content. Okay, that is fabricating content. Okay, and trying to dress it up so it'll be something that's suitable for your viewers. Okay, something that's delightful or entertaining for your heavy Tim followers. Okay, that is creating content desperately. Okay, but tell us more, Coach. Tell us more.
Pen, and they had this one little potato plant that I guess a potato from last year popped up, and they let it grow pretty high. And I see now that they finally started to eat it, but the ground is probably so hard they probably can't even root down deep enough to to root it up, because this ground here is super hard, super duper hard. All right, pigs, I see y'all doing good. What's up, getting you waiting for me at the fence? How'd you get so wet? What's going on, IAG Farm family? Welcome to another IAG sneak peek peekaboo exclusive, where we give you bonus footage. We give you all type of like sneak peeks to our content that's gonna be coming out, because y'all know that our videos are a little bit behind. Well, not behind, but we have so many videos, because behind sounds like a negative thing. No, it's a good thing, because we have so many videos and so much content that we never have to try to quote unquote create content. Like, it's already always there. Our life is just content. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing that y'all enjoy seeing our life.
Now, he does thank you, Woeful Tim worshipers, for putting his family in position to help families in need. What kind of position? What position do you have to be in? Yes. Okay. When you have excess donations, yes. When you stockpile donations in that raggedy old camper, now known as a happy camper, you stockpile donations in there for years, months and years. Those shipments that you guys are getting from the post office. When you stockpile them in there and then you finally give them away, okay, when you acknowledge that you have no use for them, okay, when you get to the point where you can't take them down to the flea market, can't take them down to the local market, put them up on eBay, put them up on the marketplace, yes? When you finally have no usefulness for those items, then finally you pawn them off on Grandma Lily and say, Grandma Lily, take these off to some ministry somewhere and give them away for us, okay? Yes, we don't want to get caught anywhere near any charitable act. Grandma Lily, we're going to give you all this trash, all this junk. And that's by Megan's admission. She admitted that the camper was stuffed with junk. Okay, so Grandma Lily, we're going to give you all this junk, and you take it off and you donate it. Just make sure you give us the credit. Okay? But you talk about, you want to thank the viewers for he wants to thank you guys for putting them in the position to give to others. How many months does it take to be in the position? If you've been hoarding even more material assets, as in HEMA, if you've been hoarding assets, weren't you in position months ago? Okay, if you've been supposedly establishing more abundance and excess, they mean the same thing, yes? If you have abundance, you have excess. Does that not mean that you're in a position to give away to the less fortunate? Okay, and so by your actions and your admissions, you guys have been in position to give away to less fortunate, give away to the needy for years now. Many months upon years now, yes? Okay, and so when you've been collecting and soliciting donations, okay, from your worshipers, your Woeful Tim worshipers, okay, and you've just been hoarding them to yourself, we have to believe that you've been in position for a long time. All right? And so I'm like, okay, coach, so you've been begging for donations. And we haven't seen any pass through, yes? It's like when you had that nonprofit, IAG Farms, that nonprofit, and it was supposed to be nonprofit, and you guys were profiting heavily and not donating anything that we could see. It's like, okay, coach, so, but tell us more, coach. Tell us more.
A little bit crazy, but I'm thankful that y'all, enjoy spending this time with us. Like I say, enjoy just watching our family grow and establish, and try to put ourselves in position to where we're in position to help others, that are in need. But we got a lot of exciting things coming. Like I said, I don't really have to say much. Like I said, I've been.
All right, so slowly but surely, the truth or something closer to the truth comes out, yes? Now, Tim, he admits that he's got like 2 to 3 weeks worth of footage. Okay, it's already been taken that they have to work through. Yes, 2 to 3 weeks worth of footage. Okay, and now if he says 2 to 3, we know that means 5. So he has 5 weeks of footage. Okay. Now, remember, these trailers are already 2 weeks behind. Okay. And so that would, by his admission, and we know he's underestimating, by his admission, that would put you guys about 7 weeks behind. 7 weeks behind, yes? Okay, and so if we're watching this, we're what? Early July, and we're watching this, and we're 7 weeks behind. That means that you guys are watching footage from late April to May. Late April to May footage. But he's trying to catch you guys up. Is that right? But he's not behind. Is that right? But he's not holding back anything. Is that right? He's not trying to chop and create content. Is that right? Is that right? Whatever.
This moment, because we've been trying to get through all of the videos. We've been trying to like get to this point where we're starting on like the real day one of renovation on our home. And on today's sneak peek is going to be like the first of many. Like we have like 2 or 3 weeks of footage that we need to work through and get y'all caught up on. You know what I'm saying? But we've done a lot of work on our mobile home.
Well, I knew it was coming. Okay. Even though Megan was the one that, inspired or urged Tim to beautify the exterior of the mobile home. Even though Tim had some type of competitive drive on trying to get their mobile home to where it looked at least half as good as Ernest, the shed. Okay. Even though you guys had some backwards logic on putting barn siding up on your home. Okay. You guys had some reverse logic on trying to have your home, your primary residence, mimic your barn as far as the siding, as far as the color scheme, etc. Yes. But now my coach, he's gotten to the point where he says, well, God had put it on them. He had placed it in their heart to work on the exterior of Hema, their mobile home. We knew you were going to get here, Coach. We already knew it, yes. Regardless of the choices or the urgings that Megan made, regardless of your competitive spirit, okay, having a shed that looks better than your house, now you're going to come back around and say, well, no, it was God that told us to clean up this mess. Clean it up. Tell us more, Coach. Tell us more.
We're doing this complete siding exterior renovation. Y'all know y'all saw the whole process of us renovating the inside of our home a couple years ago, and now the Lord has led us to renovate the outside of our home as well. And then after this outside renovation is done, all of the siding, windows, doors, and everything, then we're gonna start this amazing porch build, and I can't wait for.
All right, and so as expected, we already knew that on these trailers there is going to be a couple of minutes of intro. There's going to be about 6 to 7 minutes of nonsense, and we knew that he was going to get around to wrapping it up with about 3 minutes of rambling. Yes, and so Tim, he started babbling. So he talked about he doesn't want to work too hard. Okay, and now by the mere fact that you have no contractors that are willing to work with you. You don't have any of your reliable contractors. Excuse me, you don't have any reliable contractors that are willing to work with you. So as such, you're relegated to work by yourself. But you're saying you don't want to work too hard. You don't want to work hard, yeah? But yet still you're setting goals that are, high above what's humanly possible. And like, okay, that's rambling. That's babbling. Okay, you don't work too hard, but you're setting expectations that are higher than what you can achieve. And yet you're still checking them off of your list. I'm like, which is it? Are you trying to take it easy? Which we know is the truth. We know that's the truth, yes? Okay, or you setting expectations that are so hard to reach, to attain, that you've got to work hard to attain those goals. Okay? And are you truly checking things off? What are you checking off the list? Unroll the weather wrap. What are we checking off the list? Order the dumpster. What do we check? Unload the trailer. What are we checking off of the list? What are we checking off? Okay. But you talk about, well, after you finish the exterior, then you're going to go full bore on this porch build. Yes. And you talk about, well, you set a goal for yourself that you're not going to begin the porch build until you get back from Disney World. Okay. And so, I mean, the numbers, they make sense. I mean, although there are plenty of viewers that feel like you're going to cancel that Disney World trip, there are other viewers that realize, going by the numbers and considering that these videos are from April, there are plenty of viewers that feel as though you guys went to Disney World in May. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Yes, we'll have to wait and see. But tell us more, Coach. Tell us more.
Our goal is to start the porch build after we come back from Disneyland. And so I've been really working hard, scratching off the days, you know what I'm saying, so that I can stay focused, stay steady, and not work too hard, but also like set goals that are like way above, you know, what I think is possible. You know what I'm saying? And I've been accomplishing those goals. Like I say, we're like, you know, there, like maybe one more week.
Tim talks about that it's going to take about 2 weeks in order for them to do the sheathing, the wrapping, the windows, and the door. About 2 weeks for that, which we know means it's going to be about 4 weeks. He indicates that they have about 3 weeks of videos to sort through, which we know is about 5 weeks worth of video to sort through. But he says after that, or during that, I don't know what he's trying to say. He's rambling. He's rambling at this point. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up. But he's talking about, you know, you better put on your seatbelt, okay, because this is going to be a fast moving car. And we're like, yo, what are you talking about? Okay, it's a bicycle. Okay, it might be a tricycle, yes, at the snail's pace that this is moving, and for what your ready Tim riders have to look forward to, yes. Okay, it'll be a tricycle. Yes, a tricycle. Oh my goodness, but buckle your seatbelts. Y'all better buckle them. Yes, otherwise you might fall asleep.
Stayed up to like 10 or 11 at night. One night it was like 12 when we got done installing the patio door. But y'all will see all those things coming in the future, in the coming videos. Like I said, we have about 2 or 3 weeks worth of footage that we're gonna be working through, and so y'all be patient with us, and but y'all are gonna enjoy this whole process. So make sure that your seatbelt is fastened because this car is gonna be going fast.
And 3, 2, 1. No, I can't do the pinky. It's if anything, it's 3, 2, 1. Like Megan, I can't. I'm sorry, Coach. I can't do the pinky, Coach. I'm sorry. I can't. Okay. And while we're at it, I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore.
And it's going to be like, you know, whipping around turns and all type of things like that. So make sure your seatbelt is fastened, and make sure that you're ready to see this process and follow along with this process with us. But with that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all too long today. I'm going to get in here and drink me a latte and get ready for my day. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and count down today's sneak peek in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all enjoy today's video, and we'll see y'all early in the morning. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
That's it for my reaction to that recent IAG Farms sneak peek where they talk about finally getting ready to tear this mess apart. Okay? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Chop it up in the comments. New heavies. I look forward to it. Yes, get up in the comments. Bring Burner Tim with you. Yes? I want to shoot out some love to my current subscribers. Thank you for showing me that love. I do appreciate the love. For those viewers that have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing so that we can continue to shine that light. Until next time.